Celtic have been sent a stark warning over their latest performances, as there doesn't seem to be a clear way on things improving. We will go over what has been sent in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic fell to an unexpected and embarrassing defeat on Sunday, with Dundee winning just their second match of the season. The Hoops travelled to Dens Park, needing a win to keep pressure on Hearts, who had already beaten Kilmarnock 3-0. Instead, Celtic slipped further behind Derek McInnes's side. Brendan Rodgers' team once again failed the eye test. The slow side-to-side football isn't reaping rewards for Celtic. Stats from Sky Sports show that Celtic had 81% possession, 23 shots and 12 corners, yet only 3 shots hit the target. It's a pattern that has plagued the champions all season. Speaking on the Press Box podcast, journalist Stephen McGowan said, "In the last 5 games, they've now suffered 2 defeats, had 2 draws and only 1 win, that coming via an injury time goal against Motherwell. That's the 6th time this season they've failed to score. Hearts, Ips, Dundee United and Motherwell have all scored more goals than Celtic after 8 league games." McGowan continued, "They're a team who keep the ball for possession's sake, passing side to side and backwards, rarely testing the opposition goalkeeper." He concluded that something must change at Celtic, whether in the dugout or the boardroom. Rodgers, once poised to walk away a hero, now finds his position under increasing scrutiny after another toothless display. Now for the main story, as Celtic have just 1 win in their last 5 matches, and the club has been warned that things could soon get worse. Pressure is mounting on Brendan Rodgers, who can't get a tune out of his team as they continue to struggle in front of goal. Since the Kairat Almaty first leg, Celtic have played 6 matches without scoring, a run that seemingly led to the manager's infamous Honda Civic remarks on Sunday. That analogy, while perhaps honest, has been widely criticised. No manager should say that about his players publicly. It's a clear sign that Rodgers is feeling the heat, and it could intensify soon. Celtic now face a tough run of games, European fixtures, the challenge of keeping pace with Hearts at the top of the table, and a semi-final clash at Hampden looming large. Speaking on Record Sports Hotline Live, journalist Michael Gannon warned that the situation could quickly deteriorate. The manager's not content with the squad. The squad isn't playing well. There are gaping holes in the team, players out of form, players who don't look fit, and a team that doesn't know how to score. It's a recipe for disaster for Celtic. And the big problem is it could get worse. They've got a huge spell coming up. Sturm Graz on Thursday, Hearts at Tynecastle. They could go 8 points behind, and Rangers in the League Cup a week on Sunday. The season is already on a knife edge. You've seen the angry support. It's very combustible. While the Celtic board failed to back the team adequately in the summer, this squad should still be performing far better. Gannon described them as the Ferrari of the SPFL, yet they are playing like anything but. In other news, Chris Sutton has heaped praise on Liam Scales, labelling the Irish defender as Celtic's standout performer so far this season. The former Hoops striker highlighted Scales' defensive presence and consistency as key reasons for his impact in Brendan Rodgers' side. Despite Celtic's mixed form across all competitions, Scales has emerged as one of the more reliable figures in the back line, even as others around him have struggled for consistency or fitness. Sutton singled out the centre-half's aerial ability and aggression in the box, areas he feels Celtic have lacked in other parts of the squad. While acknowledging some technical flaws, Sutton was firm in his view that Scales has carried the defensive load better than anyone else at the club this term. He said he has been Celtic's best player this season. The last couple of games, they have conceded a few goals, but defensively is where Celtic have been at their strongest, and he has been a big part of that. You mentioned the fullbacks not quite being right, whether it's been Tierney or Ralston, but Liam Scales has been outstanding when balls go into the box. Celtic, I think, a fair part of the team lacks that aggression and ability to head the ball. He's a head on a stick. At times he gets criticism because he's slightly careless with his passing. With the way Celtic play, he will have a lot of the ball, and so will Carter Vickers. Sutton's assessment reflects what many have started to recognise, that Scales has stepped up at a time when others have been inconsistent or unavailable. His strength in the air and his no-nonsense defending have offered some stability at the back. While not without flaws, particularly in possession, the Irishman has managed to stay in the starting 11 on merit, even with competition from the likes of Trusty and Narocki in recent years. Celtic's defensive shape has come under pressure in recent games, but Sutton believes Scales has stood up well in those moments, doing the dirty work and commanding his area when it matters. With the season still unfolding, Scales' challenge now is to maintain that level and help drive the team through a crucial run of fixtures, both at home and in Europe. In other news, as Celtic prepare to host Austrian champions Sturm Graz in Thursday's Europa League game, we take a closer look at the visitors' form and threat. Sturm Graz have started their 2025/26 campaign strongly, both domestically and in Europe. After dropping into the Europa League from the Champions League playoffs, they've adjusted impressively, sitting well positioned to progress. Their standout result came in a 2-1 win over Rangers on the 2nd of October, a match where they pressed high, showed intensity, and punished mistakes, warning signs for Brendan Rodgers' side. Domestically, they've won 7 of their opening 9 Austrian Bundesliga games, led by manager Jürgen Säumel. The youthful squad, particularly Otar Kiteshvili, has been vital. The Georgian attacker has already netted 7 goals. While lacking major financial muscle, Sturm are well drilled, averaging 44% possession in Europe, but excelling on the counter-attack. Thursday's Celtic Park clash will test both sides, Celtic aiming to reassert home dominance, and Sturm arriving full of belief after their win over Rangers. Lastly, Odin Thiago Holm left Celtic to join LAFC in January in search of consistent minutes. However, his time in the United States has been stop-start, with injuries hampering his progress. Subscribers to Celtic News Extra Time will know that the midfielder hasn't featured for LAFC since the 25th of August, when he played well and recorded an assist. To drop out after that display seems strange, but the reason is simple. Holm has been struggling with a leg injury, according to an MLS press release. LAFC currently sit 3 points off the top of the Western Conference, with 3 games still to play. Ryan Porteous and Heung-min Son are part of the squad, and the pair will be key as they push for the title. Holm's absence coincides with fellow Celtic loanee Mike Narocki still awaiting regular minutes at Hanover. The defender featured for their second team over the weekend, suggesting the manager is working to build his match fitness.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.